Busy schedule got you buried in unread books? We feel you. That's why our channel is here to be your literary jetpack. Today, we're rocketing through David Grann's Killers of the Flower Moon with a chapter-by-chapter summary that will leave you with all the knowledge and none of the time commitment. Chapter 22, Ghostlands. In the heart of Pawhuska, where the echoes of a bygone era whisper through the abandoned buildings, lies a town etched with the scars of time. Once a bustling hub of prosperity, Pawhuska now stands as a solemn witness to the fleeting nature of wealth and glory. One summer day in 2012, a curious visitor from New York arrives in Pawhuska, seeking answers to century-old Osage murder cases shrouded in secrecy. His journey leads him to the Osage Nation Museum, where the wise and gentle director, Catherine Redcorn, reveals a haunting exhibit of the tribe's allotted members. As the visitor delves deeper into the dark past of the Osage Reign of Terror, he uncovers chilling tales of betrayal and tragedy. The photographs in the museum speak volumes of the lost souls, victims of a ruthless greed that once plagued the Osage community. With each revelation, the visitor's quest for truth becomes an obsession, driving him to unravel the mysteries of the past. Through the eyes of Margie Burkhart, the granddaughter of Molly Burkhart, he learns of the Burkhart family's harrowing ordeal during the Reign of Terror. Margie's recollections paint a vivid picture of a family torn apart by greed and betrayal, haunted by the shadows of a dark past. The visitor is captivated by Margie's courage and resilience as she navigates the legacy of the murders that still lingers in her family's story. Together, they journey to the Gray Horse ceremonial dances, where the Osage community gathers to honor their traditions and ancestors. Amidst the rhythmic drumming and swirling dancers, the visitor witnesses a poignant blend of sorrow and resilience that defines the Osage spirit. As Margie drives through the prairie, past the ghosts of boomtowns and abandoned mansions, she reveals the harsh realities of a heritage stained by violence and loss. The visitor is struck by the profound impact of the Reign of Terror on generations of Osage descendants, who bear the scars of their ancestors' suffering. In the fading light of dusk, as the prairie stretches out into the horizon, Margie shares the story of Anna Brown, a victim of the Reign of Terror whose tragic fate still haunts the land. The visitor is moved by the solemnity of the moment, as they stand at the spot where Anna met her untimely end. In the quiet darkness of Fairfax, a once thriving town now a shadow of its former self, Margie reveals a hidden truth that shakes the visitor to his core. The revelation of a near-miss tragedy brings to light the chilling reality of a family torn apart by their own blood. As they sit in the silence of the night, grappling with the weight of history, the visitor is humbled by the resilience of the Osage people in the face of unspeakable horrors. The ghosts of the past linger in the air, whispering tales of sorrow and survival. With a heavy heart and a newfound understanding of the legacy of the Osage Reign of Terror, the visitor turns back to the dances, where the rhythms of tradition offer solace and strength in the face of adversity. As the night unfolds, he finds himself immersed in a world where the past and present converge, bound together by the unbreakable spirit of the Osage people. Chapter 23, A Case Not Closed. Let me take you on a journey through the intriguing details of Chapter 23 from The Killers of the Flower Moon by David Grann. In this segment, the focus is on unraveling the mysteries surrounding the murders of the Osage people and the suspicious activities of prominent figures involved. As we delve into the chapter, we're confronted with the historical injustices and oversight that plagued the investigation into the Osage murder cases. The authorities, led by Hoover, were quick to close the cases after Hale and his associates were sentenced to life imprisonment, celebrating their triumph prematurely. However, questions loom large. Were all 24 murders truly attributed to Hale and his men? What about cases like the abduction of the oilman McBride and the death of W. Vaughn? The spotlight then shifts to the enigmatic figure of W. Vaughn, whose family members, Martha and Melville Vaughn, share their family's enduring quest for truth surrounding Vaughn's murder. Their relentless pursuit of justice, fueled by the dire circumstances Vaughn's widow and children faced after his death, sheds light on a deeper conspiracy lurking beneath the surface. Martha and Melville unravel a web of deceit and betrayal surrounding Vaughn's murder, hinting at a sinister plot orchestrated by not only Hale, but also a seemingly trusted figure, H.G. Burt. As the plot thickens, Burt's shady dealings with the Osage, his suspicious financial gains, and his alleged involvement in the murders of key figures like Bighart and Vaughn come to light. The narrative takes us to the opulent setting of the Skirvin Hotel in Oklahoma City, where Martha and Melville lay bare their family's anguish and the chilling threats that silence their quest for answers. Through meticulous research and emotional anecdotes, the chapter paints a vivid picture of a community torn apart by greed and betrayal. The chapter unfolds like a gripping mystery, with each revelation adding another layer of complexity to the already convoluted tale of the Osage murders. As the pieces of the puzzle start to come together, the reader is left hanging on to every word, eager to uncover the truth behind the heinous crimes that shattered lives and communities. So, buckle up as we journey through the murky waters of deception and greed, where the past collides with the present, and where justice, though delayed, is relentless in its pursuit. Chapter 24. Standing in Two Worlds. Imagine stepping into the Constantine Theater in Pawhuska on a crisp May night in 2013, where the air hums with excitement for the screening of the Osage ballet Osage. The Osage people have a rich history intertwined with classical dance, boasting legendary ballerinas like Maria and Marjorie Tallchief. As the lights dim and the film begins, the audience is transported through time, witnessing the Osage transition from roaming the plains to the Black Gold Rush era, all while navigating the clash of two worlds, the traditional Osage culture against the encroaching modernity. The ballet gracefully weaves a tale of resilience and struggle, depicting the Osage's heritage and the challenges they faced, including the dark reign of terror period. As the dancers twirl to jazzy tunes, a sudden explosion shatters the merriment, marking the onset of a mournful sequence symbolizing the tragic events of the Reign of Terror. Among the dancers, a figure wearing a mask embodies the sinister Hale, concealing his malevolent intentions. Unexpectedly, a familiar face graces the screen Margie Burkhart, with a poignant portrayal as a soldier's mother, reminiscent of her real-life ties to the harrowing history. Emotions run high as the audience is captivated by the ballet's raw portrayal of the Osage's struggles and triumphs. Post-performance, the lingering audience members reflect on the profound impact of the ballet's narrative, echoing the sentiments of Margie, who was deeply moved by the depiction of the Reign of Terror. Amidst the somber atmosphere, a chance encounter with the museum director, Catherine Red Corn, unravels a new chapter in the ongoing investigation. Seated in the museum, surrounded by historical artifacts, Red Corn shares a gripping family tale, hinting at a hidden past of suspicions and foul play surrounding her grandfather's untimely demise. Eager to uncover the truth buried beneath generations of silence, Red Corn implores for assistance, shedding light on the dark underbelly of the Reign of Terror era. Back in New York, engrossed in piecing together the puzzle of the Osage murders, the narrator delves into the enigmatic case of Charles Whitehorn. Despite the lack of concrete evidence linking Hale to Whitehorn's murder, the narrative unfolds with tantalizing details and shadowy characters lurking in the periphery of the investigation. Through stacks of FBI documents and private detective reports, a clearer picture emerges of a sinister plot to exploit Whitehorn's wealth, orchestrated by a cunning cast of characters, including a manipulative widow, an ambitious new husband, and a shadowy figure pulling the strings behind the scenes. As the tangled web of deceit unravels, the true extent of the Reign of Terror's reach comes to light, exposing the pervasive evil that gripped the Osage community. In a riveting saga of greed, betrayal, and unspeakable atrocities, The investigation peels back layers of deception and intrigue, painting a chilling portrait of a community torn apart by ruthless ambition and insatiable greed. As the narrator grapples with the haunting echoes of the past, the true horrors of the Reign of Terror begin to surface, revealing a dark legacy of injustice that demands to be brought to light. Chapter 25: The Lost Manuscript. As I make my way back to the Osage Nation in June 2015, Catherine Redcorn urges me to witness the new structures that have encroached upon their land. Driving through Pawhuska, I head west and spot them huge metallic towers standing tall amidst the vast prairie. These windmill farms are a symbol of a new wave of energy sweeping through Osage territory, set to power tens of thousands of homes in Oklahoma. The Osage people are not pleased with this development, viewing it as a threat to their underground reservation. The federal government steps in, filing a lawsuit against the Italian energy conglomerate Enel, which owns the wind farm. The Osage claim that by excavating minerals while installing the turbines, Enel is violating their sovereignty and must seek approval to continue their operations. Despite a prayer ceremony held beneath the looming windmills, the court rules in favor of Enel, stating they are not engaged in mineral development and therefore do not require Osage approval. Meanwhile, new government regulations on oil drilling are causing a decline in activity, with oilmen halting drilling due to high costs and low returns. Delving deeper into the Osage history, I stumble upon a hidden manuscript at the public library. The document details the murder of Mary Denoya Bellew Lewis, compiled painstakingly by Anna Marie Jefferson, Mary's great-great-grandniece. The manuscript sheds light on the tragic fate of Mary Lewis, an allotted member of the tribe who was murdered for her headright in 1918. Mary Lewis, a woman of wealth from her allotted land, mysteriously disappears during a trip to Liberty, Texas, with two white companions. Investigations reveal a sinister plot where one of the men, Middleton, kills her for financial gain, while his companion helps cover up the crime. Despite their arrest, Middleton's sentence is commuted to life, leaving Mary's family outraged at the lack of justice served. This revelation about Mary's murder challenges the timeline of the Osage Reign of Terror, showing that killings over headrights began earlier than previously thought. The murders were not just linked to one man, Hale, but were part of a larger, more sinister web of greed and violence that plagued the Osage community for years. The lost manuscript serves as a haunting reminder of the dark deeds that took place on Osage land, hidden beneath the surface of progress and prosperity. Chapter 26: Blood Cries Out. In Chapter 26 of The Killers of the Flower Moon by David Grann, we delve deeper into the chilling details of the Reign of Terror that plagued the Osage Nation. As the investigation unfolds, evidence of systematic murder begins to surface, revealing a sinister web of conspirators who profited from the deaths of the Osage people. Our journey takes us back to the archives in Fort Worth, where the protagonist sifts through dusty records in search of answers. Amidst the mundane paperwork lies a tattered logbook from the Office of Indian Affairs, a haunting catalog of guardians and their Osage wards. Each entry tells a grim tale, marked with the word dead beside the names of those who perished under suspicious circumstances. As the protagonist delves deeper into the logbook, a pattern emerges. Guardians like H.G. Burt and Scott Mathies, entrusted with the care of Osage individuals, are linked to multiple deaths. The numbers are staggering, defying natural mortality rates and pointing to a hidden epidemic of murder within the Osage community. Among the chilling accounts is the story of Mary Elkins, targeted by her white husband in a sinister plot to claim her wealth. The depths of depravity are further revealed in the tragic fate of Sybil Bolton, whose suspicious death hints at a larger conspiracy involving her guardian and other Osage wards. Through the eyes of Marvin's stepson, the grandson of a victim, we witness the harrowing legacy of murder that haunts his family. From the poisoning of his grandfather to the mysterious deaths of family members targeted for their wealth, The reign of terror spares no one in its quest for greed and power. The chapter weaves a tale of horror and betrayal, where even the guardians meant to protect the Osage people are complicit in their demise. The pervasive culture of killing, orchestrated by a network of corrupt officials, doctors, and businessmen, leaves no stone unturned in its quest for blood money. Amidst the darkness, a flicker of hope emerges as descendants like Mary Jo Webb and Dennis McAuliffe Jr. seek justice for their slain loved ones. Yet, the road to closure is fraught with obstacles, as the truth remains buried beneath layers of lies and deceit. As the chapter draws to a close, the echoes of the past resound in the solemn words of Mary Jo Webb, a reminder that the land itself bears witness to the atrocities committed against the Osage people. In the blood-soaked prairie, the cries of the slain reverberate, a haunting reminder of a dark chapter in history that demands justice and remembrance. Phew! That was quite a story, wasn't it? David Grann's Killers of the Flower Moon is a wild ride through history, but hopefully our summary helped you gallop through it in record time. Remember, our goal here is to give you the key insights and plot points of your favorite books, without sacrificing the essence of the author's voice. We want you to walk away feeling like you've truly experienced the story, even if you didn't have time to read every word. If you enjoyed this summary and want to conquer more books faster, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We've got a whole library of chapter by chapter breakdowns waiting for you.